on, guys? Carventure Squad back here. Sorry for the delayed videos. We moved. Look at this garage. So yeah, this is the new setup for my toys. Obviously there's the STI sitting out there looking pretty. I got videos on that coming up soon, so stay tuned. A little cluttered in here, but that's just because we just started moving in. But yeah, I got a couple videos I'm gonna do on the bike since look at outside, beautiful out. It's been like 80 degrees, 80 plus. So yeah, I'm gonna do a couple videos on the motorcycle, 2003 Kawasaki Ninja 636. Today we are actually going to be installing MZS tuning. Let's see if I can get this on real quick. These are called Shorty Levers. So basically for the clutch and the brake, they're a lot shorter than the ones that are on there right now. They're just more like ergonomically feeling a lot better in your hands. They're also adjustable, so you can adjust them to your liking, and then it kind of makes the front look a little bit cleaner. I mean, these stock ones are just so lanky and long. If you were to ever drop your bike, these things are literally the first things that snap off when you drop your bike. So yeah, we're going to be replacing the clutch and the brake side, so stay tuned. We're gonna figure out how to take these off, and I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so we're gonna be working on the brake side first. I don't know if you can really see it. There is a nut right here where my finger's pointing. Super hard to get an angle on it. Yeah, right there. So that's holding this brake lever in. Also with this, there's like a flathead looking bolt right here. So basically you want to take, I just got a 10 millimeter on a 1/4 inch ratchet, and you're going to want to undo that, and I believe the bolt pops up, and then this should pop out, the brake lever should pop out. Alright guys, so once you get this little nut off, the 10 millimeter, you're going to take a flathead, turn the handlebars just a little bit so you can get the flathead on it. And you just spin, and it's going to come up. Once you reach the top, you should be able to just pull it out. Yep, there it is. So that's the bolt that goes through. And now I believe there's just a cable that's connecting it in the back. I'll see if I can get a better angle here for you guys. Okay, so I was wrong. There's no cable. Basically, what you want to do is it's just going to pull out. And there you go, there's your brake lever. Set this aside. I'm actually gonna take some brake cleaner right now and just spray these two holes and clean them up a little bit, just because it doesn't look like it's really been cleaned in a while. So yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so always a good idea to clean off the bolts that you'll be reusing. Just use some AutoZone brake cleaner. Got the dirt and the grime off. Clean up those bolts and also clean up the spot where the lever is going to be sitting. I'll mock it up for you guys. So this one is going to be the brake lever. It's going to need to be adjusted a little bit, but basically you want to line up the hole. It's going to sit like that. You're going to put that screw. This is going to go in first all the way down through the hole, and then that nut's going to clamp back on, and then you can adjust it from there. Alright, so I'll do that real quick and then show you guys how it looks. Alright guys, so here are the levers, or just the brake lever installed right now. Yeah, I like it a lot. Looks nice and sleek on there compared to the other ones. I like just having my hand slide on here. I don't like having a whole bunch of space like over here for my hand to be on. So yeah, the brake lever's done. It's gonna need to be adjusted a little bit. They're very adjustable, so yeah. Once I'm all done with the clutch side, which is over here, I'll show you guys how to do this real quick. Once we're done with that, then we can go about adjusting them to however I feel is necessary for myself when riding my bike. Okay, so let's get started on the clutch side. Okay guys, so pretty much the same thing with the clutch, except there's a cable on this one. So the nut doesn't have the flathead on it on the top side, just on the bottom. Oh god, it's gonna be like impossible to point out. I'll try to point an arrow in the video, like right here, right where my fingertip is. Same exact size. I just used a little bit bigger size socket, 10 millimeter on the quarter size wrench. So yeah, you're gonna undo that, this bolt, and you can already see it popping up a little bit. So I'm gonna unscrew that real quick, take this bolt out, and then I'll show you guys how to take the cable off. Okay, so this is what the clutch bolt looks like. No flathead on there, so just the nut at the bottom. Basically what you're gonna want to do after that is you're gonna want to pull this off. So it will come off. I have to loosen the clutch cable just a little bit, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so you don't have to loosen the clutch cable, you just have to use a little bit of force, pop it out, and then the cable comes right off, just like that. And it will go back in the same exact way, and I'll show you how to. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to take the clutch cable out of the clutch. So basically, the clutch handle, basically like that on a bike, if you imagine the bike being here. So you're going to loosen this bolt, then you'll have room to turn this 90 degrees like this. When you turn it 90 degrees, you lift up, that pulls out the clutch cable. So clutch cable is basically a cable, right? A line cable, and then on the end of it is like a circular nut which sits in here. And when you turn it at 90 degrees, right? So you're turning it like this, and the cable is directly like this, right? It allows the circular nut to pop out, because when the handle is actually in, the cable lays right here in this channel and isn't able to come out. So basically you do that to take it out, and I got the cable back in. It's the same exact way. You got to fit that bolt in the circle. You're going to kind of have it at 90 degrees, so it'll be right here. Fit the bolt in the circle, and then you basically just press it into place. I had to loosen my clutch cable a little bit because it was pretty tight, so loosened it a little bit, and then I was able to get in. Now I just need to put the bolts back in and the nut, and yeah, readjust this back out to what it was, and then should be almost done. Just gonna have to adjust the levers, and I'll show you guys how to do that real quick right after. Cool. Okay guys, so since I had to loosen this, which means having this thing go closer towards the handle, so you loosen it going to the right, it gives you more cable length, so you can put this in. Make sure you tighten it back up after you're done, or else this clutch cable won't grab anything. So yeah, now I tightened it back up to where it was at. Just kind of remember, once you pull the clutch, it should pull the clutch cable right there. So yeah, so that is how you install these levers. I am going to show you guys how to adjust them now to your liking. Alright guys, so adjusting these new levers is super easy. Basically all you do is spin these red dials. Sometimes it's different on other brands. Sometimes it has kind of like a style. This one, that's basically like a little dial that you rotate, and it adjusts the in and out. So yeah, basically you just adjust those, and that adjusts the spring in here to push it in or out further, depending on how you like, I guess, the lever. But yeah, that's gonna be it on today's video on the 2003 Kawasaki Ninja 636. Hope you guys enjoyed. me showing you how to install Shorty Levers. This kind of works on every single bike. But yeah, that's it on the Ninja. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.